Foodie's Kitchen. Welcome to yet another session with Foodie's Kitchen right over here with your host.
So do you want to explain who the AA are?
Yes, absolutely. So, it stands for Aniba and Abhishek. And Aniba is my wife, and myself, of course, Abhishek. And, we started the whole Foodie's Kitchen with the intent that, everybody wants to cook with their heart, and, just keep on posting videos and whatever that we cook every day. I want to share, we want to share this with all our viewers, and this is just home style cooking. There's nothing extraordinary. There's nothing extra that we do. All we do is put in extra love,
I love that. And also, we've been running a Facebook, group called Jacksonville Foodies, and people suggested that we should make our videos and add recipes up so we benefit other people with it, and hence we're doing that. So what is cooking today, Abhishek?
Today we have organic red poha. It's basically flattened rice.
Okay,
And it's kind of like pre-cooked. So all you have to do is you just kind of soak it for a bit in water, and let it drain out, let the water drain out. You cannot let it sit in there, because otherwise it's just gonna get gooey, and we don't want that. You just want to strain it with some cold water till it gets a little bit soft, and I'll show you the texture about how it's supposed
and
to
where can you get this flattened rice? It's called Poha, Poha.
So there
Okay.
are two forms. One is a thin, and the other one is a thick. So
Okay.
frankly speaking, even myself, I don't know the much.
Right. So typically the thick one is used for this dish, where you kind of soak it in water and you make it. And the thin one is used for making dry snacks, Indian snacks. So this particular one is a brown one, a wheat sort of base. I think it's rice, so I don't know what other ingredients they have, but it's brown, and it's supposed to have less sort of gluten in it, and it's supposed to be a little healthier. And poha is very light as it is. Even if you get the white one, that's also good. So it kind of comes in a packet, and you just have to run it through water for about maybe a minute or two. Strain it till it is soft. You'll see. Don't make it mushy.
So as you can see over here, you just take this, and I just took this, and you see you can still, it's soft. It's
you can still eat it edible. Yeah.
All you need to do is just soak it, and don't soak it to the point that it gets all gooey,
right?
But soak it to the point that you just need to run the water by in the strainer, so that when it does, it comes out it's all separated
like a pasta, but you don't have to boil it. You just have to strain it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you, today, I haven't prepped a lot of things out over here, but, I just want to show a couple of the ingredients that I'm putting in here. So these are potatoes over here. These are par cooked. And then I also have some beans and carrots,
it's a beautiful looking
and
bowl
some
of
corn. So these are some of the vegetables that I'm going to be using for this.
Okay.
Next up over here, if you line up over here, Aniba, I do have some spring onions, some red onions, some tomatoes. And then absolutely that we love the spices. So I have some green chilies over here.
And by the way, Abhishek is excellent at chopping. We will do a chop like a pro video soon. It was a super hit on our group, and we'll definitely make a YouTube video out of it. All right.
So I don't know about a lot of the viewers, but we have over here. Give me a second. Let me get everything. All right, guys. So we're gonna start making this thing. So I have a hot pan. I've been already preheating this on medium heat. So now I just put it on a little bit on high, like about 4 should be fine. And I'm just gonna add about 2 tablespoons of oil. One thing is about Indian cooking is that I don't know, for some reason I'm never able to measure things. It's just I just eyeball everything. It's okay, it's just built in, I guess.
Right.
And then you just kind of go with the flow, because you've been seeing this what it is, how it's supposed to taste.
But I will sort of throw in some measurements in the text, right?
Yes.
Just assumptions. So 2 tablespoons of oil is fine. If you're eating healthy, use the healthier oils if you like coconut. You can also, if you have a non-stick, I would recommend adding a little bit of oil because this might stick. All right, what goes next?
And then, you see I just put like one seed of the cumin. I just wanted to test the oil, whether the oil is hot enough.
Right.
And yes, oil is hot enough. So I am going to go ahead. A good tablespoon of the cumin seeds.
Okay.
There you go. You see how they start to sizzle?
I love that sound.
Okay. That's gonna give that extra flavor. Let's not, we want to cook it, but we don't want to, burn it, right?
Right.
So this is all good right now. And then I'm just going to add my onions, as you can see over here. Look at the sound, right? Here you go. So I got that onions, and I will also put my green chilies.
Can you lift up your panel?
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
sort of hard to move around with the camera.
Oh, absolutely. And, so traditionally in a traditional poha, poha basically used to be eaten, as a snack between meals or in the breakfast time or, So traditionally you would actually use, peanuts. You would fry the peanuts first. And then, in that peanut, you're going to add all these ingredients that I'm showing you out over here.
Are you making the healthier version for us?
Just, not a big fan of peanuts. So, it's kind of like just making it the way normally I would, right? And a lot of people, they make it different way. If you go to Bombay, Marathi people, they make it different. Everyone else, they have a different style of making. I'm not sure how you make it, but definitely leave your comments. How you
leave your comments. We are making it for dinner, and since we are trying to incorporate as much vegetables as we can these days, so we are adding more veggies to this. Typically, this is made with more of peas and coconut in it, but Abhishek is adding of course the peas, coconut, and potatoes, but Abhishek is adding potatoes and other vegetables, seasonal vegetables to this.
So we got this going on, and it's like nice and translucent, and that should be fine. And then now I'm just gonna add my mixed vegetables over here.
Smells good.
Okay. And there you go. So now you have it. Now I'm gonna add a few masalas to this, and masalas meaning the spices to this. So I'm gonna add a little bit salt to taste. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of turmeric powder. And then I'm gonna add about a good teaspoon of red chili powder. Right.
So Abhishek's teaspoon is never a teaspoon. He likes it spicy. Do you want to add some curry leaves to this too?
Yes, absolutely. And I'm going to also add some curry leaves to this.
So curry leaves you can find at the Indian store easily. It's known as curry patta. So it's CURRY. And patta is PATTA. And it's used for a lot of traditional Indian, especially Western and Southern Indian cuisine.
Okay, and there goes in the
that's how it looks. This is dried, so we've dried and we put it in the freezer so that it lasts longer.
There you go. That's how it looks.
Yeah, so it's typically greener, and but it has a very lovely kind of floral, earthy kind of aroma and taste. So don't put too much of it because it will definitely shine in your dish. If you just want a little bit of that floral earthy flavor, you can add a little bit. If you add a lot of it, then it's going to take over your dish for sure. And some of the Indian kind of things, it's cool to have them in the refrigerators. As I spoke about it in one of my other videos, is garlic, ginger, the curry leaves, and some of the other spices that we'll do a separate video on. And if you have those basic things in your fridge, you can pretty much make everything that a Indian dish requires.
And then to this, I'm just gonna add like a little bit of those tomatoes, those nice ripe tomatoes to this.
Awesome.
There you go. And then I'm just going to give it a nice mix over here. And I'm gonna just let it sit for like maybe 3 to 4 minutes till the potatoes are cooked with all the other vegetables and also all the spices that I've put in here.
Right.
I want it to be cooked. Like, you know, sometimes you know how you add the spices and then when you chew on it, you still feel that, like, you know, a little bit grainy, spicy texture on there. I'm just trying to get rid of that, you know. So I'm trying to cook that spices in the oil and with all the vegetables, get it all mixed up. That's what I'm trying to do. Once I'm done with this, you know, let it, like, you know, as you can see, like it's simmering right now and it's gonna ooze out, like all the spices are gonna ooze out, like, you know, everything is gonna happen now. Then I'm gonna add my my poha, or I should say, you know, flattened rice, you know, over here, and I'm gonna add that in here. And one more main ingredient for this is going to be a lemon. All right. So, you know, you just want to add like a little bit of lemon, gives it that like a little hint to it, and it's, believe me, it's really tasty, guys. Alright guys, so my vegetables are almost good, and now it's time for me to put the poha in. And there you go, guys, it's all done over here. And I am just going to give it a toss. Let all the masalas, all the spices incorporate into this poha. And then,
So you added the poha to this.
Yeah.
And you're mixing it very well. That looks so good. That actually looks like the other white poha that we get.
Yeah, it does, yeah. I don't see a lot of
difference, yeah. Especially with like the spices, the turmeric and everything else. Looks pretty good.
Okay. And I'm gonna let it sit for like maybe about like 5 minutes and let it cook off, like, you know, and get all the spices and all the flavors into the poha. And once that is done, like, you know, give it about like 5 minutes and then we are gonna serve and eat. Yeah.
Yay!
We're hungry. Hey guys, this is all done now.
That looks so
I
good.
let it sit, and then, you know, all I just did was, you know, add a little bit more lemon juice to this, right? And you know, you can plus or minus it according to your flavors, you know, whatever you feel like. And this is all good now. You see, it's nice and piping hot. All my favorite flavors are incorporated in this, and that's it. This is how it's gonna be. And let me pull out the serving bowls really quickly.
That looks so good. It tastes really good too. It's very colorful for sure, and you know, it's very fulfilling meal because it's flattened rice. You have your carbs, you have your veggies, you have the fiber from the vegetables, you have your carbs, good carbs from the brown poha.
There you go. And then you just serve it
Love
just
it.
like that. And there you go. Your delicious poha is ready. You can top it off with some coriander, you can top it off with some coriander or, you know, some lemon, some, you know, whatever you want. And, you know,
That looks really good.
Yeah.
Well, if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe to our channel, support us. We are a new channel, and we promise you to bring you some very simple, easy, yet really delicious recipes every day.
Bon appetit, people.